Hey, guys, happy Tuesday and welcome back. Oh my gosh, we've covered Tamra Judge's lawsuit today, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Garcelle and Lisa. When did this happen? But it did. And then, of course, we have hot, messy topics tonight. Instead of 6 p.m., it's at 5 p.m. because we're officially making the James Bond movie. Thanks to Jason, a 3-hour and 10-minute movie. If you guys can't feel my excitement, well, it's here. Guys, we're back to talk about Denise Richards, Charlie Sheen, and her husband, Aaron, who is now chiming in on how he feels about this whole custody back and forth and the child support. We have all the details. But before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. Because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so we know that there's been a lot of back and forth between Denise Richards, her ex-husband, Charlie Sheen, and their daughters, Sammy and Lola. Okay, so there was a whole custody arrangement, and she was at one point making $50,000 a month in child support. Now, obviously, that got cut in half to $25,000, but Charlie Sheen ended up taking her to court on a date that she wasn't even available. She was actually gone filming, and he got it to the point where the judge was like, okay, no more child support for you. What? Okay, so I was reading some of the fan comments, and some fans believe, well, Denise Richards shouldn't get child support, especially if Sammy is now living with Charlie Sheen. And mind you, Sammy did take to TikTok about her concerns and how she felt living under Denise Richards' roof. She said it was a very abusive household, but we still have yet to find out, is it emotional abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse? We don't actually know, but what we do know is at one point she was miserable. And on TikTok, she let us know. Now she's dropped out of school. She has 2 cats. She's happily single and she's thriving. She's happy. She's happy to be living with her dad. And of course, because they are under the spotlight as much as they are, everyone is going to have something to say about it. Now, according to an article on Reality Blurb, an insider is saying that Aaron is absolutely devastated for Denise Richards in this case. And we also heard that Charlie is saying, if you don't like the verdict, then why don't you go talk to the judge about all of this? If you're not happy, go talk to a judge. Otherwise, don't bring it to me. Ouch. So a source close to the couple actually told People magazine that Aaron's a kind man. He's in a tough role, but he keeps his cool. He's heartbroken because Denise is heartbroken, and Charlie is pulling this after all Denise has done for him. I don't actually know what she's done for him, but she's also raised 2 beautiful kids, so maybe that's what they're talking about, but it keeps going. They also said he's upset because his wife is upset that Charlie is playing games with the kids. They continued on with Aaron is devastated because she is devastated, and he has been incredibly patient with her children. After Sammy claimed to be trapped in an abusive household and confirmed she dropped out of school, which we already talked about, and moved in with her dad, Charlie approached the court. He appeared in court without Denise Richards, where a judge canceled his child support responsibilities. As for Denise's whereabouts when it came to this whole court appearance, well, we were hearing that she was out of town for filming. She had filming obligations. She still has to work. But a rep close to Charlie said that is not the case. Charlie's publicist, Jeff Ballard, told Us Weekly that all parties were served and informed of the court date about 3 months prior. The judge would not have ruled had they not been. The claim otherwise is a complete fabrication. So from what we're gathering from this, it makes it look like Denise, her rep, whoever's representing Denise Richards, put out a blatant lie. And this is all alleged. We don't know because they're both saying that the other one is wrong here, but put out, from what we're seeing, a lie saying that Denise was unavailable and she was unaware of the court appearance. Yeah, well, that's not what Charlie's publicist is saying at all. Charlie added to the conversation, if Denise does in fact have a problem, she can go back to the court and talk with the judge. But even though he's saying this, we've seen on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills where Denise Richards is not comfortable going to court. She doesn't like courthouses. She feels like she's been through the ringer when it comes to the legal system and everything that she's gone through with Charlie Sheen. She doesn't want to go back if she doesn't have to. But this might be one of those you have to moments, even though you might not like it. There's a lot of things that we don't like. So as Denise is trying to cope with this new situation, this new dynamic between her, her family, and Charlie Sheen, another insider told the outlet that Charlie is making horrible decisions when it comes to their children. They said that he encouraged Sammy to drop out of high school, Well, because he did also drop out of high school. Charlie was constantly undercutting Denise months before Sammy decided to move out. It made parenting for Denise impossible. Okay. Good news, though, they did add Denise and Sammy are talking. She is busy being a working mom and respects her kids' privacy and won't speak publicly about this. So if you're waiting for some sort of comment from Denise Richards, well, don't hold your breath, because when it comes to her family, she's not going to put any more in the press that has already appeared. I feel like, especially after all the scrutiny this family has been under, unless it comes out in a page 6 article, Radar Online, Reality Blurb, or a headline from a major publication, we're not going to get much from Denise, not on this matter. That same insider told the, oh my God, told the publication that she would love for her kids to stay in her house, stay in her nice house when she's filming, but instead they want to go to Wonderland, where they can go and do anything and get anything they want from their dad, Charlie Sheen. I love how they're calling it Wonderland. There's no homework. It's ice cream and movies and staying up late. There isn't the same structure going on over there. It's a lot more fun than staying at home and finishing school and doing normal activities with your friends. Pretty much saying, when the kids go to Charlie Sheen's house, guess what? It's a free-for-all. They get to do whatever they want. You want to have a party? Have a party. You want some popcorn? You want sweets on a school night? Have sweets on a school night. You want kids over? Bring the kids over. You get to do whatever you want, because this is Charlie Sheen's house, not the same rules. At least that's what the source is claiming. But there was a source close to Charlie who kind of counteracted those comments, saying Charlie is a terrific dad and his daughters obviously adore him. They enjoy being with him. Charlie is a strict father, but even though he's strict, he is still fair. The girls have rules at Charlie's house, which includes homework and a curfew. The girls are polite, smart, funny, and a joy to be with. Now, at the end of the day, we all know that custody battles, child support battles, these are terrible. My parents had been divorced numerous times, and when my parents were going through a custody battle, I always felt like I was in the middle of it and being dragged to both sides. It's so uncomfortable for the kids. It's terrible for the parents. It makes for an awkward, awful dynamic, and I really feel for this family. Now, will this come to a resolution anytime soon? We don't have the answer for that, but what we do know is Denise and her husband are obviously devastated, and for Charlie Sheen, well, at this point, it seems like he's celebrating a big win. This is not the only thing going on, though, guys. Obviously, we know that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, part 1 of 4 parts of this reunion, will be premiering this Wednesday, and we will be going live to talk about it on Thursday with Dana Wilkie and Jason from Down with Jason. So we're going to unpack all of this, and who better to do it if it's not Dana, it's not Emily D. Baker. Who else are we going to be doing it with? Of course, we always have the best of the best, so I hope you guys can join us for that. Thank you guys again for an amazing 90 Day Fiance recap today. And don't forget tonight, I know I said this at the beginning of the video, but tonight we will be going live a little bit earlier, an hour earlier at 5 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. to talk about hot, messy topics. We have a few great topics for you guys. We're going to keep it to an hour tonight, but it is a subscribers only live chat. So if you're not subscribed, get subscribed. That way you can engage in the chat. It's a fun, free-for-all, unfiltered, opinionated conversation. If you agree with us, great. If you don't, rip our heads off. We're here for it. Guys, I hope you have a beautiful Tuesday and a beautiful rest of your week. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. Again, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell, because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.